Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is October 3rd, so we are past the eclipse. However, that means that the eclipse story is going to begin unfolding over the next several weeks, really months even. So today we still have that moon in Libra, which is kind of lighthearted energy, except for the fact that Venus, the ruling planet of Libra, is in Scorpio. So there is still this like underlying intensity to the energy of wanting to talk about things, wanting to get things off your chest, wanting to dig to the root of a problem, wanting to have some type of transformation when it comes to your relationships, particularly relationships because of the moon being in Libra, but finances could be part of this equation as well, because Venus does rule finances, it does rule money. But the moon is going to be moving into a trine with Jupiter in Gemini. So this is really opening up the door for conversation. However, it's like lighthearted conversation. It's going to be difficult to really start digging to the root of a problem here because of that Jupiter really trying to keep things more in like a jokester, lighthearted, gossipy type of energy rather than that deeper finding the actual meaning of the world type of thing that's happening with Venus and Scorpio. So throughout the day, you might see like some just kind of, it just feels good, right? But something under the surface is like, I don't know about this, right? Venus and Mercury are both moving into aspects with Saturn retrograde. So what you're really going to see here is some boundaries being tested when it comes to relationships and finances. This is also karmic rewards, karmic lessons, things like that coming up as well. There could be some like attempts at shadiness to use maybe a financial situation against you, things like that coming up. And Mercury is moving into a quincunx with that Saturn retrograde. So there could be like a shift in like your mindset, how you think of somebody. With Mercury being also in Libra right now, this is all about your one-on-one conversations with your closest friends, your relationships, your people that you're in a partnership with. Like there's something there that's kind of off, right? Where you're just not quite sure whether you should be believing the person, should you be taking their help if they're offering help. Like there's something not quite right in the situation. And with Venus being in Scorpio, there's a lot of intuition here. Your intuitive boundaries could be tested as well when it comes to Saturn being retrograde in Pisces. So keep that in mind as you're having conversations with people. If you're really trying to like get to the root of a problem, or somebody's offering you help, or somebody's popping up from your past or whatever, make sure you're listening to that intuition. There's definitely like some big shift of mindset going on here, or maybe even shifts in whether or not you're going to continue talking to somebody or communicating with certain people. That quincunx always leads to like a fork in the road type of energy where you've got to let one thing go in order to go a different direction. And the eclipse yesterday is all about letting stuff go in order to be able to move forward for yourself. So as you go through the day and things feel good, make sure that you're not letting the feel good energies override that intuition, okay? Later on tonight, if you're up late tonight, the moon will also make a quincunx to Uranus retrograde in Taurus and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So again, there's like aha moments there that create a shift, or intuition kind of kicking in and saying, hey, you need to pay attention here. That's creating this shift, this letting go to be able to move a different direction as well. So energy of the day was the Six of Wands. This is that fun, almost like victory type of energy. Maybe you have had some kind of win recently, and there's something here for you to celebrate, and that's awesome. Maybe you get a little pat on the back, but make sure that we're listening to the underlying things going on. Maybe that Venus Saturn trine brings in some type of karmic reward for you, and you're getting to like go, yay, I finally won something, right? But what we're focusing on is the Page of Pentacles. There's a lesson that needs to be learned, number one. But also Pentacles in general are about moving slow, being steady, making sure that you're seeing the whole picture before you move forward. So make sure that you are focusing on whatever lesson there is in this. Make sure that you're not just jumping headfirst into something without knowing the full story. What we are avoiding is the Emperor. So the Emperor, we have like, this is like you've made it, but you still feel like you got to defend what you've made, right? This is it's kind of like, all right, cool, I'm at the top of the tower now. I'm in my throne. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Who's going to come take it from me, right? So this is really giving me this energy of, okay, things feel good. People want to talk. People want to have conversations. People want to just enjoy their day. And that's awesome. And we're maybe winning a little bit today, but we don't want to be too defensive just because we're winning and now we're afraid that somebody's going to come take it, right? We all have that fear, but sometimes that gets our guard up a little too much and we're not seeing the whole picture of things. So really make sure that you're slowing down today. You're not getting defensive. You're willing to hear people out, but that you're also being aware of your intuition. You are learning the lessons that are in front of you. Avoid reactionary is basically what I'm getting at. That Mars in Cancer and the fact that Venus is also moving into a trine with Mars in Cancer over the next few weeks, that is a very reactionary type of energy. So we're going to try to like reel that back in and slow down and actually hear what people are saying. Listen to the words that are coming out of their mouth. If you feel like they're lying to you, go with your intuition, but let's not be reactionary about it. Make sure you're not projecting on them. Sometimes we do that. I mean, there's a lot of people in this world that are intent on not actually hearing what people are saying, and instead they project what they think the person is saying on them. So really make sure that you're not doing that as well. But if it's your intuition going, then listen to your intuition. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. So there is, again, this like feel-good energy happening here. A lot of confidence in the air. A lot of like just I want to shine and everything feels good type of energy. But don't let that like blind you to reality, okay? Clarifiers on our Six of Wands. Oh, that one just flew out. We have the Tower. Let's see what else we got here. Tower and one more. Seven of Cups. Okay. Intuition could really be confirmed today with this one. So when we have the Tower and the Six of Cups, this is almost like something happening that breaks through the fog. An aha moment that helps you see things clearly. It could even be like the wall finally breaks. Maybe you've been like fighting, you've been working really hard on building something, and you feel like you've been climbing an uphill battle doing it, and you finally see that floodgate open. It could even bring in a lot of options for you, okay? So there's something in this celebration, whether it's intuition being confirmed to show you that, yes, I was right, and this like, but all of a sudden you've got so much stuff in front of you that you don't know what to do with it. There could be a lot of information that comes out, but it could also be like a win moment as well, where it lands a lot of, it like breaks the floodgates open and shakes everything up and lands a lot of options in your lap as well. So, which feels a little more that way because of this being the Six of Wands, but either way, there's some type of, you get to pat yourself on the back type of energy in the day because of either something being revealed or the floodgates opening and allowing things to finally move for you again, okay? Page of Pentacles. Clarifiers for our Page of Pentacles. We have a Seven of Wands, so definitely slow down. Make sure you got your guard up today and you're not just leaping headfirst into something. More. Knight of Wands. Yeah, so it's pretty on point with exactly what I was saying at first. Don't jump in head first. Make sure you've got that guard up. Make sure, like this is Seven of Wands. So be guarded, but not reactionary. Basically boundaries will definitely be tested as Saturn retrograde gets aspected. Your intuitive boundaries, your spiritual boundaries, your emotional boundaries, these are all going to be tested, okay? Make sure that you're not running head first into something that you haven't slowed down and thought about first. Definitely be guarded, but don't be reactionary. Don't be defensive, okay? Clarifiers for the Emperor. And don't let somebody else come in like, a whirlwind and, throwing everything off, right? Make sure you've got those guards up against other people who are coming in just all crazy and wild. And, hey, let's just do this. We don't want any fool energy today, okay? We want to slow down. Okay, so we have the Justice card and... So yes, being guarded is good, but being defensive and reactionary is not, because karma is doing its thing, okay? Karma is definitely, if you're being guarded, you have good, strong boundaries. You don't have to be reactionary because karma is going to do it for you, right? You just got to make sure you're maintaining your boundaries. See, karma is going to come in and take care of it instead of you having to fight for it. The universe does it for you, right? It's giving you this emotional happiness. It's helping you find what you need to be stable, have, a good home life, find that really good, happy space in your life. But we have Queen of Swords on the bottom. You got to make sure you're speaking up for yourself. You definitely have to make sure that you are using your voice, you are saying your boundaries, you are being clear about it, and you are cutting off anyone who is intent on ignoring them during this time. So just slow down, think the day through, enjoy the good energy, just make sure that you're being cautious about it.